Hello, this is Kat coming at you here. So I have never made a video like this. I know there's lots of videos out there on cross stitching. But I just recently got this kit a little while ago, and I'm just having a really interesting experience with it so far. I've done a few of these before, the pre-stamped. It's a pre-stamped 11 count. It's DIY. I've done some on 14 count, but I prefer 11 count. It's a little easier for me. For myself, I'm in my 50s, so I find the 14 count is just, it's a little too small for me. I have to get my magnifier out and everything, and I feel like it takes me longer, and the end result is just as great, but I just find it a little bit more difficult. So I like these 11 count pre-stamps. I've done them before. This is the chart, the paper chart that comes with this one. Let me get the picture. So there's the picture. It's a DIY brand. Look at that gorgeous picture. I just went on Tapestry Market and I typed in palm tree or beach or something like that, and this is what came up. So I thought, yeah, this will be nice, and I mean, this is great. I think there's even some coconuts there. Couple of shells. Loving these white chairs on the beach. Shadow of some palm trees. That's great. A couple of seagulls. And then it wasn't that expensive either. I got it in the mail, and this is what I got, and I was like, oh my, like the popcorn, whatever you call that in here. This is like, this is really going to be a lot of fun. Thank God it's pre-stamped is all I can say. Some nice big patches in here. But I was just looking at these leaves going, I just don't know. So I've never done a DIY before. I have done Joy Sundays. I've done some big ones, and some little ones. I did the little one with the two geese spitting seeds at each other, watermelon seeds. Did that recently. It turned out great. I really liked it. I've never done DIY, but look at see the little fringes? Oh, the palm trees just look like there's little fringes coming down. This one over here, the blue sky peeking through. So then I look at this and I'm just wondering, wow, I wonder if they're going to be able to achieve that. And as time's going by, there's the nice colors. There's just some of them. I have the majority of them off on an organizer, but the colors are just beautiful. I love these threads. Nothing wrong with that. But just let me unroll this now and show you thus far what I've accomplished. And the size, I like the size. Size was great. It's going to look nice when it's framed. So I did all across the bottom here. And look at the chairs. Now, I should just get the picture here. Let's bring the picture back over to show you. There's the chair. There's the chair. Like, really? There's that chair. Come on, focus. There's this one. I was starting to wonder, was there some kind of an error here in the process? Like, we should be able to see the boards coming across here. You're really trying my patience today. You know that? There's togetherness, and then there's, don't come on my art. Yeah, little brat. Can't be stopped. I apologize for him. Anyway, getting on with it. I have actually completed that palm leaf. Yeah, he's got to move, of course. I haven't done the sky behind it. I've done the leaf with all the little blue. And man, like, I had to keep going over and over this. The reason it looks like this is because you pick a symbol and then, oh, okay, I'll have to go finish off the thread and find other little errant symbols here and there. See, there's one backwards red arrow, which is up in here. So when I load up whatever colors for that backwards red arrow, I'll do that. And then I'll skip over here and do all these backwards red arrows. And then probably look in the leaves around here to see if there's any other backwards red arrow. Oh, there's some down there. A whole bunch down there. But wherever I can use it up. That's how you kind of do it, because it's just so scattered in here. So right now I'm doing this is what I'm doing right now. It's not that great of a color. It's this little, it's a red, I call it a red square with a white center, so it's a red square because we also have the solid red. And it's just more of this redundant green. So once I skip around and try and find all those little red squares and follow them all over hell's half acre, I don't sit down and do one color and then when it's done start another color string. I start on the right and just work my way over. So I really wanted to see how these leaves were going to turn out. So I started this leaf, and then whatever color left over in my needle I had, I went up here and filled them in there too. So when I was doing the greens, whatever I had left over, I just kept going up there. And that's why this one is also kind of half done, because whatever symbol I started down here, I finished it by filling it in up there. So that's why it looks this way. I like to leave the big patches for last and do all the little tiny spotty little areas. Do all those first if I can. This palm tree was actually kind of fun to work on. So I always start from the right and work my way up and work my way to the left. So I have most of it done. There's some backwards arrows right there. So, but that's okay, because it'll be able to jump over into all these and finish all these. So I'll do all those backwards arrows before I do this number one. I'll do all those arrows in there before I do the number one. And I'll probably do these red slashes as well before I go jump up and do number one. So, so far, even though I have this cat who just wants to be near me 24/7, and he's really cute, so we'll let him anyway. So this is pretty much done up to here from side to side, and then I'm just working on, I was this morning working on these waves, the sea, the ocean, whatever, and curious to see what it's going to look like with the red. Red slashes are this color here. And then the yellow looks like an almost white. So that's what I kind of figured. By the time we do all that across there with the blues, I just have to fill in. This is a lot, this symbol, which is a purple triangle. Look at it all. And it is a lot, and it's dark. It's this color. That color right there, it's dark. And then I have to do these blue background with burgundy or red arrows pointing to the right. Not much, just the odd little ding ding here and there. Do that across. Go up and grab that guy. Go across here. Up and do those 2 or 5 or whatever. Go across there. I think that's it. The rest of it's going to be red triangles. So I try to fill in all these guys, these little ones here and there. And then that way I can come back, I can start the red, and I can just do big dedicated areas of that symbol. And then my plan was to do the number 1 at the end, number 20 at the end, number 9 at the end, because they're the majority. Oh yeah, what's this? Yeah, 19. That's like the red slash. So when I fill in red slash down here, I'll be doing that just to fill in these little guys. But then at the end, we'll do those larger ones. You can see I already skipped up here and did 2 or 3. Can I help you? Please go back to sleep. Please, your eyes are getting sleepy. Good boy, go to sleep. Yep, did a few up in here. That guy. Skip around, try and do as few as these little single stitches. Get them out of the way. So I'll have to come in here with number 1. Capture those little errant green stitches. So annoying. So annoying. But they must be done. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4. And, you know, unless I get to the point where I just can't wait to see what this leaf is going to look like, this branch, I might actually do this and part of the yellow around there just to see if it's actually going to look kind of fringy or not. The funny part is my husband keeps saying, maybe you should stop right now and just move on to something else. Go do another one. But, you also have to wash it. I'm so disappointed in this. So disappointed in that. And is there a shell here somewhere? No. Bad. No. Nope, nope, nope. Thank you. No. Ding, 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 ding. Go back to sleep. Anyway. As I was saying, I will hold hands with you. Is there a shell? Maybe that's the shell. Remember the shell? Let me get the picture. Are you sleeping on? Yes, he's sleeping on the picture. Nothing is sacred around here. God. So, there. There's one. It looks like 2 more. Maybe they're crabs. I don't know. But it looks like, let's just say, for the sake of argument, 3 shells. And then we go over here. Is there... Are those supposed to be the shells? I have no way. And they could have done. It wouldn't have been that hard, really, to put some detail in there. And when you look at this, good God, no one's going to give me a like for this video. But when you look at this, tell me if I'm wrong, but I really do not see any back stitch. I don't see any backstitch instruction on there, even for the chairs, which you can hardly even tell if those are chairs. And I double and triple checked because at first I thought, I think I'm putting the wrong colors in here. Better double check my symbols. Nope, I had the colors and the symbols right, so I don't know, but I do not see any evidence of backstitch in here anywhere. I don't see it. And it didn't say on the instructions. Cross stitch symbol color. We had 25 colors. I thought that was pretty decent considering it was a beach scene. You know, it's a beach scene. There's no other instructions on here that say backstitch at all. Nothing. Look at this little weensy picture. Even that little weensy picture looks pretty good. This one just really not so good. So anyway, I'm kind of at a loss. I'm kind of tending to agree now with most of the cross-stitching community that DIY probably is not one of the... You really are a problem. Oh my God. DIY is not one of the better ones, at least not for this beach scene. I love the colors though, really loved the colors. But just disappointing, you know. I don't believe that these palm fronds are going to come up fringy, and I can barely see any definition in those beach chairs. And I've showed it to a couple people and they were like, why don't you just wait until you're done? If there's any light blue or even the white that you did the chairs, and if there's any of that over, you can always use that and sort of do your own back stitching to give those chairs more definition. So that's probably what I'm going to try and do next when I'm done. So I'm going to call this video part 1 of Part 1 of Beach Scene DIY cross stitch, because it did not have a title, didn't have a name on it. And I just saw the picture on Tapestry Market. I think I just checked off 11 count and hoped for the best. Wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $12 or $14. I want a little thing of needles, a little container full of needles. So I got that, and pretty happy with those. So anyway, when I'm done, I will post another video, hopefully cat free. This means you, mister. He doesn't care. He does not care. But I'll try and post a part 2 with that title. And I'm not going to do a link to Tapestry Market because I don't think they would be very happy with me saying, I don't think that you should order this particular one if you get it, because I just feel frustrated with those beach chairs not showing up. They just don't show up. They don't stand out. You don't look at it and go, oh yeah, there's the individual boards going across for the seats the way you see in the picture. They're so clear in the picture. We'll wait and see how the palm tree turns out. The trunk turned out pretty good, but the waves, I don't know. I thought the waves could use a little work too. Could use a little more definition, but that's just me. And I don't want you to think I'm being really super picky, because if I just pause this, I think I can pause. I will show you another beach scene that I've already done that was pre-stamped cross stitch that turned out amazing, and it had a lot of water in it. So just let me pause and I'll be right back with it. Okay, I'm back. So here is a beach scene. I don't know, I call it a beach scene, but look at these shells. And now I know I did back stitching, a lot of back stitching on this. And this was the first time I ever had ever done a cross stitch with back stitch in it. Aren't I lucky? But even without the back stitching, I felt like I could tell that these were shell. I could see definition. I could see different colors, especially over here. You have the darker, and then you got the lighter shell. I could tell it looked like a shell even without the back stitching. These little fish needed definitely back stitching. This turtle guy, I was kind of like 50-50. He sort of needed it, sort of didn't. This orca definitely needed some back stitching, just because they chose white behind it and white over here, so you couldn't really make out where his snout was, kind of thing. And there's some more shells, and there's gray on the background of those. So the mussels, or whatever these things are, the barnacles, they turned out absolutely great. You got these waves. They told you to do back stitching with the waves. The first time I've ever done back stitching, I don't even know if I did it right. It just, I mean, it just looks like stitches to me, but I did my best. This was like a lot of fun. Let me tell you, a lot of curse words there that day, trying to count. Back stitching in a light brown, and back stitching in a dark brown, and then back stitching in black. Yes, that was a fun day. I think it might have even taken me 2 days to do that. Doing seagulls was fun though. And then this rope, yeah, that was a lot of back stitching. But I learned. Yeah, learn. I always learn. It was actually called Sea in a Bottle, so I put the name on there. And I really enjoyed doing this one. So I don't understand why they couldn't have put a little more effort into making those shells in that beach scene that I'm currently doing it. Why couldn't they put a little more effort into the shells, I mean, I don't think it was that hard. What do I know about cross-stitch production, though? Maybe things get lost and they take a picture and they just throw it onto some machine that prints it out. I have no idea. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. If anyone is contemplating buying that particular DIY, that's the palm tree with the chairs, I just don't recommend it. I mean, and this is Joy Sunday, so maybe there's just no comparison between Joy Sunday and DIY. That was the first time I've ever done a DIY, and unfortunately I'm disappointed. Anyway, that's my 2 cents worth. I'm going to end this now because it's almost 20 minutes of me just talking. So thank you for listening, and if you liked it, click on like. You don't have to subscribe because I don't really post anything, but I just wanted to put this out there for anybody who might be thinking about doing that beach scene, that maybe go for something like this instead, or a Joy Sunday. I don't know. Thanks for listening. Bye.